Okay, great. All right. So, what did we want to tackle when we built Laaha? As I mentioned earlier, with the prevalence of gender-based violence globally and the heightened risks that women and girls are facing through technology facilitated GBV online and offline through the cycle of abuse that we see particularly in humanitarian context. We wanted to build a platform that really leveraged on digital transformation and gave an alternative to women and girls also who couldn't access physical services for a variety of reasons, including armed conflict, displacement, because we're primarily targeting humanitarian context. We wanted to give them an opportunity to find resources and support online. So I'm going to show you a brief video. It's about 2 minutes. Oops. 1 minute.
In humanitarian contexts, girls and women often don't get the information they need about their bodies, health, rights, and where to find help. 1 in 3 women faces GBV in their lifetime. At least 12 million girls are married before they reach the age of 18. This is 28 girls every minute. Access to physical safe spaces is not always available for them. In 2021, UNICEF launched Laaha, a unique platform born out of collaboration. Laaha was co-created with women and girls, turning their voices into action, shaping every part of the solution to truly address their needs.
Placing women and girls at the center of the design process empowered them to actively participate in shaping a solution that directly impacted their lives. This inclusion fostered a sense of ownership and relevance.
Laaha listened to girls and women covering topics like online safety, puberty, and financial literacy. Modules include quizzes, videos, and podcasts. A quick exit button redirects users to Google for safety, and a list of available services is provided. The moderated forum and interactive chatbot offer anonymous support and community. Laaha, a virtual safe space for girls and women.
Great. So you can actually visit laaha.org and also our YouTube channel. We currently, so I mentioned in the earlier in the before we got into the breakout rooms, and it was mentioned in the video, but Laaha was really co-created with women and girls, and they are at the center of our process. So every time we conducted human-centered design in 5 countries, where we initially piloted Laaha. And basically gathered their realities, which is very specific to contexts like humanitarian settings, and especially around the risks, which is what came out strongly, women and girls saying that they're sharing oftentimes phones that are owned by male family members. And so the sensitivity of data that was information that is contained in Laaha could create potential safety backlash if we didn't place safety at the center of the process. So we have safety features like an exit button, and they really told us what made them safe online. We also designed in collaboration with the International Rescue Committee and GSMA a set of modules on online safety. And digital literacy that also allows them to have more tools and resources to know how to safely connect. Every time we deploy new features, every time we deploy in a new country or for a new language, we actually check with women and girls. We conduct user research through our local partners, which are mostly feminist groups, and we, make sure that their voices are reflected in the design process. So features, we currently have 139 modules on sexual reproductive health, gender-based violence, but also digital literacy and safety. And we recently built another set of modules on parenting skills, which was something they requested. Also, the content is mostly videos and podcasts and interactive modules, and have been designed by women and girls, and topics were identified by them. We also have an interactive chatbot and a user farm that is piloted in 2 contexts. And also access to physical services. We currently are reaching over 500,000 users. These are the countries where we're deployed. So right now it's available in 15 languages. It's available in 15 languages and based on demand from countries. What is coming next? We're improving language technology. So for minority languages, AI translations and text-to-speech isn't very performing. So we are working with partners to do that. We're also developing an IVR for offline use. We're conducting an impact evaluation in partnership with Washington University. We're actually 2 years in. So hopefully we'll get the result over the summer. We're developing a governance structure and a sustainability plan, and we're doing a Femtech hackathon. I'll stop there. Sorry, I rushed through it a little bit.